Hello random people on the internet, I'm Elsbeth and today I'm going to be talking about some books that I read in this past week. Just be warned, I have read a lot, so I'm not actually counting all the books I read from last Friday. I'm not counting all the books I read from Sunday. That was my sister. Starting off with The Other Bennet Sister by Janice Hadlow. I gave this a 6 out of 7. It was really good. And I genuinely think that Mary is the most underrated Bennet sister out of all of them in Pride and Prejudice. So I really enjoyed it. Then I read A Thousand Ships by Natalie Haynes, which I gave another 6 out of 7. I just had a lesson, but I'm back now and I can finish this video. Anyways, that book was a sort of retelling of the Trojan War from the perspectives of a bunch of females. Then I read No One Is Too Small to Make a Difference by Greta Thunberg, and I loved it. I really enjoyed it. It's a bunch of essays that she's written, and yes, I am a huge Greta Thunberg fan. Love her. She's amazing. And I also gave it a 7 out of 7 because very good vibes. After that, I read The Sin Eater by Megan Campasi, which I liked. It was good, but I gave it like a 5 out of 7 because I liked it, but I didn't become like emotionally attached to the characters. I liked the premise of it, I liked the plot and everything. I just didn't like personally connect to them. Probably because I'm weird. On to the physical books that I have. I read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison, and I think the reason why I rated it so low is that I built it up so much in my head and it wasn't what I thought it would be. It was a lot more, for want of a better word, depressing. It wasn't nice what happened in the book. Let's just say that. I don't want to spoil anything, but some horrible things happened, and while I know it was well written, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the experience, and I only finished it because it was short. It's like just over 200 pages. So I give it a 4 out of 7 for those reasons. Then I read The Wind Singer by William Nicholson, which I thought was good. I gave it a 5 out of 7. There wasn't anything special that reached out to me. It was just very standard fantasy book, which was like nice and comforting, and it was a lot lighter than the book I read before it. But there was nothing that made me think, oh, I love this book and I want to continue with the series. This is the only non-fiction book that I've read this week, and I give it a 5 out of 7, I'd say. It is Witchcraft and Secret Societies of Rural England by Nigel Pennick. And it's quite interesting to learn about the history of witchcraft, and while a lot of it has been destroyed, a lot of it does remain in society and was like hidden within society in the past. I feel like it's more localized to like the middle of England, so if you live there, like I think a lot of it focused on the Cambridge area, so if you're from there then this would be very good for you. This next book is my favourite book that I read this week, which is kind of funny because it was the one I was worrying the most about me possibly not liking it. It is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I loved it. I love the world, I love the characters, I love the sibling dynamic, and I found parts of myself and parts of like the sibling relationship that I have with my sister, because we're really close, in both of the characters. And I also think it was amazing that they put a main character who was an amputee, and that genuinely didn't stop me at all from relating to this character. She's just so amazing and I love her so much. She's so cool, and if I met her, I'd really want to be her friend. Another book I really enjoyed was Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. This is quite a popular fantasy romance book within like a popular series, and I really liked it. I gave it I can't remember whether I give it a 6 out of 7 or a 7 out of 7, because yeah, why not? I'll give it a 7 out of 7. I really enjoyed it. It's about a main character who can't touch anyone, they'll end up dying, and she's locked away from society because of that. And the last book that I read this week was Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I really enjoyed this. It was very good. I love Jane Austen's novels. They just transport you to another time without having to bear the consequences of actually living through that time. And I just love everything about Jane Austen's novels. It's just her style I love. If you are still watching, then thank you so much. I don't know how you sat through that. I am so boring. But that's all the books I read this week. I read too much. I'm going to talk a little bit now about videos. So yeah, my new upload schedule is Fridays. I may change it, but it probably will just be like Fridays for a while now. Oh, I'm so disorganized. So yeah, I might do some more like weekly wrap-up kind of videos if you guys want to see that. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, that's great. If you didn't, I'm sorry. Okay, bye.